Not history, geography. Geography. मेरी book. बचाया वो पूरा नहीं कर रहे थैंक यू बोला था But did you ask me whether I
This section will stop. Now we are going to learn about agriculture cash crops. Okay. What are cash crops? Tell me.
Crops which is used for economic purposes, like for saving, like jute, cotton, sugarcane.
Okay. See, it is not for satisfying the food needs of the people. It is produced mainly for sale, means selling purpose. So those crops which are mainly produced or primarily produced for selling purpose is called as cash crops. That is why the word cash is coming there. So there are the first two lessons we have studied about agriculture. The first part is about why agriculture is important, which are the methods of agriculture. And next lesson we have studied about food crops. So some of the food crops that agricultural seasons of that. Do you remember what we have studied is that? What are the methods used for agriculture? Which are the cropping seasons? How it is done? So now we are moving to the next lesson, that is crops. That is cash crops. Cash crops mainly produced for selling purpose. Now, when you study about these crops, we are going. This lesson is divided into two parts. That is third and fourth lesson of agriculture. That means one part certain crops it is given, and the next part another crops are given. So why it is given? Some of the crops can be used for that food purpose. That is why it is given, and some are that is largely produced only for sale purpose. It cannot be used for food purpose. Okay. In this lesson, we are going to learn about sugarcane first. Okay, it's very familiar to you. But the first part of that, what type of crop it is? This sugarcane, what type of crop it is? Money crop.
Cash crop and food crop, both of them.
See
Is both of
how
them.
this plant look like. That is what type. It is a tall, perennial. What is perennial?
I just remember. I mean, the name is F for over full year. It is rain-fed all year. Yeah, it is rain-fed the entire year.
24/7. 365 days. Sorry.
366.
Available.
1, 2, 3. And the stem of which is used to produce
Cane sugar.
cane sugar.
No, but it's just
Used to for yes. Now, what is the type of this crop? We have studied about the paddy. We have studied about the wheat. We have studied about the millets. We have studied about the other crops. Okay. But when we study about this crop, it is a tall crop. Okay. Now perennial. Perennial means means throughout the year. That is the meaning. And it go to tap water. It require water. Means it is a long growing season. That is what a perennial. Perennial means throughout the year. Then it is of two types, tropical and subtropical. What is the meaning of tropical and subtropical? See, you have studied about that globe in order to understand that this part is called Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. No? So this region is called tropical.
What
region.
is that?
That's
That's
latitudes.
no, that's Earth, right? That's equator and
Hmm. So this is Tropic of Cancer. Yes, so who lifted hand Tropic of?
that line was there. That's why I got confused.
This line, this was the child crop. Huh?
This is Tropic of Cancer and Capricorn. That is tolerant zone. Within,
Actually, I did not
you
get.
pointed out of outside both of those topics.
No, that I was just marking this region. This much region is coming tropical region. That is beyond in between the Tropic of Cancer and in between the Tropic of Capricorn is known as that tropical region. You told about the zone on the basis of the heat. Understood? That is direct sunlight when it is coming, it is in the torrid zone. Okay. Are you getting? So what I wanted to show you, that is which place. See, I will separate you people. Talking means no, I can't. So this part is what a tropical. Then above that one, so this part is called a subtropical. See, both the regions are having what a sugarcane growing, because what is that? It requires a certain temperature. It requires water also. The sucrose content will develop only when that water is getting. Got it? Subtropical crop. Then which part of the crop is used? The stem of the crop is used. We know that earlier time the harvesting of that grains. Remember or not?
Yeah.
Paddy, wheat and all how harvested. Then after harvesting, that is separation also we have studied. But this crop stem is used. Okay, stem is used for the production of sugar and saccharose. Saccharose is that content, that sugar content in that, the content in that sugar cane is called saccharose.
Even factors means if you will plant the stem, then it will grow by itself.
Also saccharose is used for sugar, for the production of sugar, right?
The saccharose content of the
I'm sorry.
That's
okay, got it?
Now,
Now, the climatic condition required for the growth of sugar cane. The climatic condition. What is that? Temperature, how much? 20 to 30 degrees, no? Correct? 20 to 30 degrees temperature. That is, it is grown between January and April. Ow. And frost-free condition is required.
Noise.
So that is not good for the state. So we have to write this also important, frost-free.
Ma'am, it should be frost free.
Means if frost is there, then it cannot grow. The standard its growth as well as the saccharose content will not increase. Okay. Now rainfall. Rainfall between 100 to 150 centimeters. It is required during the growing season, and that is for about 9 months. If that rainfall is not there, that is irrigation required for about 9 months of its growth.
But there's no rain in Maharashtra.
Maharashtra, that is why irrigation is required that much. Acha.
But that is why they planted in black soil, right? So that the water retention is.
But not that much. That is a subsoil moisture is there, then it can grow that much only. But the saccharose content के लिए वो जो water moisture is very essential. Okay, that is why irrigation is done. So, what is that? During the growing season, if it is water, that means flooding or like that, it is very bad. That the stem or will get spoiled, and the sugar content will reduce. So it cannot grow in flooding water. That means what is that? Paddy is growing in water.
mangroves.
That type of water is not required. It requires that irrigation. Means that the soil water presence is required, and that can be tapped. So it cannot be grown in that flooding water. Got it? What are the climatic conditions? What type of soil? So one climate about the temperature and rainfall we have seen. The type of soil. Actually, when we see that mostly it grow in what you have told that black soil, but it can grow in other type of soil also with the help of irrigation. So what is the better? It can be alluvial soil or lava soil.
Lava soil.
Yeah, another name for black soil.
Black soil is the lava soil.
Uh-huh.
Understood? From lava only it is formed.
Yeah.
Then so it is peculiarity of sugarcane is that is soil exhausting. This word is important. Soil is exhausting. So nitrogenous fertilizers to be added. Lava soil is black soil. Lava, how it come? Volcanic eruption. So that one only formed into igneous soil. So that soil is finally called as black soil. Now, what type of this crop is that is labor intensive? What is the meaning of this
More
one?
of labor, less of
Machines. Labor intensive crop. Okay.
So this trouble is soil exhaustion.
Soil exhausted. So nitrogenous fertilizers to be added regularly. What are the methods of cultivation? So one of the method is by seeding. What is the method? Seeding. What is that? Seeds are sown between January and April. That is the first method. But decoration is going on.
What?
Design and decoration is going on. Listen. I will ask in between. Any time I will ask this. After rubbing that go. So what is that first method? Seeding method. What is seeding? Sowing the seed between
Jan to April.
So I don't know. Have you ever seen that seeding? I haven't seen that. According to me, I have seen that cut that a piece of.
Yeah, they cut the stem and plant it.
So I don't know. This is first time I am saying. I am not able to give more explanation. But where the seed is grown and all, I don't know.
Seed is grown at the between of each section.
Maybe I haven't seen. So the thing which I did not see means I'm not able to tell more practically. Okay. So one is that in between January and April, that is sowing the seeds. Second, that only we have seen no that here seeds are sown. Maybe. See, as he told that in between that part, there is a kind of leaf like that growing. The seeds slightly growing. So it may not be that seed or like that some kind of stem root it is coming. Maybe I don't know. Second is set method. What is the set method? Set method is cutting 2 or 3 joints taken from the top of a healthy cake. What is that? Cutting
2 or 3 joints.
then something. Okay. 2 or 3 joints.
Joint cut from the top.
Joints from the top part.
Joints.
Understood? Not from the root part. So that is cutting 2 or 3 joints. Then what is done? Healthy cane planted in horizontal equidistant. That is 1.5 meter to 2 meter apart. And piled with fertilized soil. So what they have to do is 2 or 3 joints cut from the top part. Then what there is one horizontally it has to be placed, not vertically, horizontally. Okay. Then equidistant. That means equal distance between 1.5 meter to 2 meter. Then that is just to make a small holes like furrows like and piled with the fertilized soil. That is उसके ऊपर that soil में fertilizer डाल के ऐसे रखने का. Within 2 weeks, the buds on the nodes swell and burst, and young stalks emerge from the soil. अभी ये ऐसा horizontally plant करके मिट्टी डाल के रखने का 2 weeks टाइम में उधर से बर्ड्स आने लगेगा. See, not vertically. From that only we are taking and planting.
From this part, it is coming.
That part, you know, where that buds came, from the leaves will start coming. That part is planted.
वो plants के type होते हैं ना, वो किधर से भी easy होते हैं. Stem वाला तो उधर से पड़ता है.
Understood? So this one, after what is the leaves appear soon after, followed by the appearance of nodes and internodes. Now, raccoon cropping. It is not completed. You want to write it? Okay.
Cutting 2 or 3 joints.
2 or 3 joints taken from the top of the healthy plant. Comma, planted horizontally in a distance between 1.5 to 2 meters.
The distance between
1.5 meter to 2 meter.
I haven't understand that part.
Okay. As I say, 2 meter furrows. Furrow.
Now could you please tell?
I will explain. Let them write furrows. And piled with the fertilized soil. Within 2 weeks, buds appear on the nodes. And burst into young stalks.
Young stocks.
STALS, LKS. No. Stock means that from there that you plant fund. Then afterwards the leaves started coming and it grew. See, your question. Listen.
I'm not able to understand the process.
Frost should not be there. It is not good for that sugar cane.
Yeah, but it is not good for any plant if there is frost.
Frost is ice.
Yeah, ice, there is-
Ice prevents the growth of plant.
Yeah, so it is not good for any plant.
No, any plant, especially this one, it will not have that is sucrose content. Sugar content will not.
It will decrease. Okay.
Okay, see what is that? When it is vertically planted, how much this thing, 2 or 3 this thing joints are there, no? So when it is planted like that, what is happening? From each node, this one plant will come. It is not like that one plant has to be grown. So from the nodes, this one will grow into. Understood. That is why this horizontally it is here. Got it? Now the third method is ratoon cropping. See, ratoon cropping, what is it called? It is a process by which cane is cut close to the ground where the sugar content is concentrated. After the crop has been cut, the stem begins to grow again and produce second crop called a ratoon. See, when the plant is grown, okay, so near the root, there only more sugar cane content. From that part, it is cut. After harvesting, that means it is cut. From there, again the new crop will come.
Oh, it's still there. They will cut it, the root they will keep it like that.
Yes. From there, new crop will grow. That is called the ratoon. Adani, here that is down part only more sucrose content will be there. From that part it is harvested. After harvesting, from that joint new plant will come.
मतलब एक ही बार का इन्वेस्टमेंट है बाकी सब में
See, so many times it will not work. By and by, that the effect of that one will reduce. So then they have to clear completely, and then again, this one. See, this will take a long time that to make that to grow. So that is why ratoon method, that is to 3-4 seasons it will work.
It's a long.
3-4 seasons only, not more years. Because any plant which is continuously staying there means it will decrease its what is that production.
3-4 seasons means a year, right? Because there's
1 year, almost 1 year is that a growing season of sugarcane. So now, if ratooning is there, so we know that the buds which are coming from that continuous this growth will not have that much production capacity. So that is why ratooning they will do for maximum 3 seasons. Afterwards again they start doing, that is completely removing and start writing method. Clear? So that is what, these are the 3 different ways. Ratoon method you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
That is harvest the sugarcane from near the root where the saccharose content is more and allow it to grow.
The second one is
Okay. It's a method.
it is the control.
It's a method in which
Second one, yes.
the cane is cut. The cane is cut close to the ground. Where the sugar content is concentrated. Concentrated. After this, the stem begins to grow again. Stem begin to grow again. And produce second crop. Second crop. That is called a ratoli. So I have told you that is where the sugar content is more. From there it is cut, and from there new buds started coming.
Labor intensive means more labors are used. And extensive means less.
Machines are used. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So which okay. Now you tell me which are the three methods of planting sugarcane?
Sowing, then ratooning, ratooning, and set. Yeah, setting.
Setting no. Set.
अच्छा set. सेटिंग बोल रहा था
Setting.
अरे मैं सेट बोलने वाला था उसने बोला हाँ सेटिंग बोल
Okay. Now this sugarcane next method is harvesting and processing.
Sugarcane.
Sugarcane.
This is another method of cultivation.
No. Three methods are. Sugarcane, when it is to be harvested, how that harvesting is done?
So first is by sowing.
First method is sowing. Second method is
Set.
farming.
And then ratooning.
Ratooning. Now harvesting.
Harvesting is completely different.
This harvesting. Harvest matlab sugarcane, how it is cutting, when it is cutting.
Using a sickle.
It comes under sowing. Set methods, ratooning and seeding comes under sowing.
So this is not sowing, this is
Yes.
next step.
Next heading. Okay. Then the harvesting is done. The harvesting is done before the cane begin to flower. So when we show the word flower, so it means that the seed also will be there. Okay. Understood? Before the flower comes, the harvesting is done. The maximum concentration of sugar is at the base of the cane. Already we have studied that where that maximum concentration.
This cut at the maximum concentration.
No. First, sugar cane is cut just before the coming of that one.
So it is cut
At the base.
maximum क्या बोला?
Base. The concentration sugar is at the base.
Yes, the one is.
So then, if you are cutting from the base only, we will get to maximum sugar. Got it? The cane is cut at the ground level with the matchstick.
And you.
Yes.
Machete.
Mash it.
Machete होता है.
So this one is curved knife. It is a curved knife.
It is
Because
like scissors.
Scissors.
It is
See
to cut
after
meat.
complete.
Machete is like a big knife. It's a very big
Now
knife.
it is used to cut meat.
It requires that curved this
Machete
thing.
is used to cut.
दूसरा machete नहीं
Scissors.
We will see afterwards. Then what happened after cutting this to be taken to factory within 48 hours.
वरना फिर उसका sugar सूख जाएगा.
Cutting. See?
This is the whole point, right?
No. No factories within 48 hours. See, taken to factories within 48 hours. Why? That means if we are delaying, that is saccharose content will reduce or the juice will start drying up. So in order to avoid that, within 48 hours it has to be shifted to that factories. Got it? Why it should be shifted to factories within?
sugar cane को पहले grind करते हैं उससे juice निकलता है उसका ना. उसको powder form में कैसे convert करते हैं उसको?
Quinine is used. And that is why now people. That is always the doctors are telling not to use that sugar. Sugar is that is in order to convert it into actually that real this one is a pulpy material which is having that brown color.
Jaggery must be.
Jaggery and all are making from that. That is the direct color.
Sulfur, that is why it gets white. Sulfur. Yeah, polish.
Sulfur dioxide.
Ma'am, in the textbook it is written within 24 hours. But still, let's
No,
That depends upon 48 hours it is written.
Groundnut. I'm able to wash it.
तो जल्दी साढ़े आना.
So it's just one chapter.
whole day तो जल्दी
So what all are the materials produced from this one? Sugar, jaggery,
sugar jaggery रखने का भी और that खानसारी
No. Then I have to another stage, bagasse. गन्ने का जूस कितना वो पिएगा? 1 or 2 this thing that much only will be kept for that for making juice. But the main material are jaggery, sugar, khansare.
Ma'am, I have a doubt. Like the sugarcane juices there. So over there they use a sugarcane only, na? That those so those also get rotten if they don't like it doesn't.
It is not rotten. The sugar content in the sugar cane is reducing. That is what is sucrose content in the sugar cane will reduce and it will dry up.
So it's sugarcane juice.
That is why very less only we are getting. They are adding water, they are adding that ice and all, then only giving, no?
Say,
Hansare. You know that khadi chakar. It is there now the white crystalline little bada that it is good also that they come for yeah, you khadi chakar we are
pink नहीं वो खड़ी साकर वो छोटे बड़े बड़े होता है
हाँ बड़ा
वो किसमें मिलता है मंदिरों में मिलता है
मंदिर नहीं shops we are getting I see. So that khadi chakar when we are making it is not using that chemical. So it is good for that cough and all. That used to be given. That is for children also when they are. It is crystallized form also, bada form also. So we used to powder it and give it. It is along with that other things also we can use. So it is good. Then bagasse, sugarcane bagasse, after extracting that this one, that byproduct is called bagasse. This can be used for paper industry. Okay.
Bagasse is used for paper.
Huh?
Okay.
Yes. You are confusing me.
No, I thought something else.
Huh? Now, got it? Huh? Now, this which all are the areas where that is sugarcane produced?
Maharashtra.
Actually, the largest producer is Uttar Pradesh. The largest producer of sugarcane is Uttar Pradesh. Then there is a shift to southern part. See, actually, southern and western part there is a shift for all the that concentration of sugar industries now. So UP is the biggest producer. From there now Maharashtra is becoming because of that so many convenience are there because it can work in the cooperative sector. Because this season, it remains only for certain months. Throughout the year, sugarcane we will not get. So because of that, it can work in the cooperative sector. So that is why there is a shift from North India to South and Western India. Got it? So, what all things you have learned about sugarcane? Because we have to learn. First one.
How to plant sugarcane, where is sugarcane grown, what type of soil it needs, what nutrients, climatic conditions.
Can you tell about that how much temperature it requires for its growth, how much rainfall? That is why in between you are talking, no?
Can I?
20 to 26
Ma'am, rainfall is 100.
Textbook it is given.
Ma'am, rainfall is 100 to 160 years like that.
yes ma'am, it is.
Battery वाला.
वो यहाँ पे नहीं आ रहा है मुझे तो पता ही नहीं था
मैम ने
कुछ पढ़ के बोला, पता ही नहीं था.
तो फिर साल क्या है?
Now, see whatever we have learned from the some kind of changes in the textbook it is there. So that we will see from the textbook. Sugarcane matures in 10 to 18 months. But how much?
करे लड़की वाला भी ना
10 to 18 months.
irrigation required.
Then sugarcane grows best in areas with the 20 degrees Celsius to 26 degrees Celsius. Okay. Then its growth starts at a mean temperature of about 20 degrees Celsius and the growth accelerates with an increase in the temperature up to 24 degrees Celsius and finally stops at a 26. So there is a gradual increase. Starting time 20 degrees Celsius, then growing period 24 degrees Celsius and maturity time 26 degrees. So that way it is having a gradual increase in the temperature. Now, frost is fatal for sugarcane crop. Short, cool, dry winter season during ripening and harvesting is ideal. It is good during a short, cool and dry condition. Not a long period. So winter season, see we know that in North India, winters are extreme or the climate is extreme. But in Maharashtra, the winter season is not that much cold. Short period and minimal this thing only in Maharashtra it is. So that is why short cool season is ideal for the growth of sugarcane. So winter should be cool but not
No snow should be good.
So we know that in North India, why this problem is that sugarcane growth is not here. That the climate, especially Maharashtra, is very good, ideal for the
मिडल तो ज्यादा ठंडा भी नहीं ज्यादा गर्म भी नहीं
हम seaside का उसके middle seaside. वो point middle
Now rainfall. Rainfall 100 to 150 centimeters of rainfall, well distributed throughout the year. Irrigation is necessary in areas of lower rainfall or even in areas higher rainfall during the long dry spells.
And so irrigation is required for 10 to 18. If there is low rainfall.
Look, see, maximum growth period. See, we have learned about that cropping type. If the seeds have to grow into a plant, it will require more time, no? If it is cut and allowed to grow, that also take a long time. So the whole period of its growth is calculated maximum 18 months. It can be lesser than that also. If already existing plant, from there the buds are coming, it did not require 18 months. When seed into a plant, then growing, so it takes long time. Got it?
Yes.
So that the maximum period, then it is 1.5 years, no? So that is why 10 to 18 months it is given. So 1.5 years maximum. That you have to calculate. From the seed, it develop into a plant, then growing. So it will take a long period. So mostly they did not adopt that seeding method. Then another thing is that A slightly dry, sunny weather is necessary during the ripening stage of the cane. Ripening stage, that is sunny climate means ideal condition is in Maharashtra. Then soil. Sugarcane is grown in well-drained rich alluvial, heavy loams or lava soil. It is largely grown on loams and clayey loams of the Great Plains and the black soils, brown or reddish loams and right in the peninsular area. That is why Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka also it is growing. Then sugarcane exhausts the fertility of the soil, hence the soil is supplemented with manures and nitrogenous fertilizers. Now methods of cultivation. So all the three types of cultivation you understood, no? What is ratooning? Can you tell?
Ma'am, where the sugar concentration is more at the base, like in the stem. So we cut the sugar from the base and then we pack.
No need to plant. That sugarcane is taken to the factories. So the from the stem, new the buds used to come and grow. That is what.
So do we need to learn the advantages and where's
No. That is not there. That is why I am just slowing down. Now next part we have to learn is that about oil seeds.
sugarcane cultivation? All the
That all things are not there according to that scheme. But we will discuss something if you we want to learn. Okay, sugarcane harvesting you understood?
Yes.
What is the device used for harvesting?
Machete.
So then what is done after harvesting? The
It is taken to
factories within 48 hours. So that is what one more thing we have.
24 hours.
मैंने तुझे क्या बोला?
ठीक है ना, मैंने वहाँ पर आ गया. So just slightly go. Slightly go.
So when that harvesting and crushing operations take place October to November and continue till April all over the country. So what is that? October November में North India का harvesting होएगा because afterwards that winter season is there. So winter season में उसका sucrose content go on reducing.
But north side पे rainfall ये होता है ना, like damaging होता है. तो फिर
So
crop को
rain,
damage नहीं होता.
rain is not like that.
इस crop को नहीं होता.
See, it require water. It is not going into very much flood the northern part. That flood condition is in the South India more. North Assam, Meghalaya and all. That is northeastern part. Flood and heavy rains are there. But this part that is northern plains, it is not having heavy rain.
But sure.
What is
Regions.
required? You have learned about climate, no?
Yes.
How much is the
Yes.
In my position.
Not in your question. But
आज I was skipping that chapter because उसमें calculation था ना.
what calculation is there?
अरे that है climate में पीछे कुछ तो calculation होता है स्कूल में.
Easy तो है वो.
बहुत simple है.
Arithmetic maths
हमारे
होता
तो मैं मैथ्स स्टूडेंट हूँ तो हमारे स्कूल ने बोला कि वो मत
वो
करो.
climate में क्या calculation होता है? That mean temperature, average is there. Then how that climatic
We have only soil
variation.
resources and natural vegetation. Economics में मैथ्स होता है बट कंप्यूटर वाला मैथ्स है. तेरी तरह मैं कुछ भी नहीं ढूंढती ट्रायंगल का कॉर्नर सर्कल का. Okay. So it is something related to money, not a useless random Pythagoras theorem.
बात तो
Sorry.
Useless तो है.
Useless, no. This economics, that lessons are there, no? That your demand and supply curves and.
That is very important.
That is very important.
And it's very
And it's very difficult also.
Demand chapter.
That और वो सर हम लोग को बार-बार ही कराएंगे आप लोग को बार-बार और मैं
No, really, that part is very good. But you should understand.
समझा डिमांड इज लाइक हेडेक वाली डिमांड इज नॉट
But in the how it is.
वही आता है और
ये रामेश शॉपिंग के आसपास
जाना है मेरे को जाना
ये चलो चलो. खाना
नहीं है
नहीं है
मुझे अपना खाना तुम पे जा रहे हो.
I have not.
चल.
You want?
अबे बाकी जगह
I have. Yeah, really, I have. It's not.
I'm good.
You wanna have?
चल चलो.
You wanna have that?
what अरे मत
And what?
15 मिनट है
अरे चलो ना जल्दी.
जल्दी
आगे लगिया.
आइया चलो अरे नहीं ना मला
नहीं खा रहा
नहीं क्या हो रहा है
Ask food could never.
दादा जोड़ा
Ask food could never.
School को क्या पूछना है?
Ask food could never.
हाँ.
महिरा
Sorry.
ये तो नहीं आ रही नीचे हमेशा आ रही मैं ऊपर आ रहा हूँ मैं अपना खाना बता हाँ shut up
क्या
तो खोल के दे
छोड़ उसको. इतना कर कोई.
हाँ celebrate
मैंने देखा था.
लोगों हमसे गा रही तुम्हें अपना फोटो शक्ल का फोटो डालता है व्हाट्सएप में तुम लोग हंसता है मेरे को तकलीफ होता है
बता
मैं जोकर है
अच्छा आपको काट रहे थे.
कौन सा
अच्छा वो तू
कौन हंस रहा था
Welcome to my club.